Good afternoon to all. Now I am going to present a paper on outcome of therapeutic penetrating keratoplasty in tertiary care hospital of Jharkhand. There is no financial interest. Now come to introduction. Infective keratitis is a sight-threatening condition and the leading cause of corneal blindness in both childhood and adulthood. The disease is more common in rural setup where people are ignorant, often presents with impending perforation or perforated corneal ulcers. These cases require an emergency surgical intervention such as TPK. TPK can help in saving many eyes structurally and functionally which may lose due to severe infective keratitis. The aim of my study is to evaluate the outcome of TPK in patients of infective corneal ulcer. Now come to materials and method. This was a retrospective study done in Rio RIMS Ranchi. Patients with perforated corneal ulcer and non-healing infective corneal ulcer who underwent TPK and operated by a single surgeon were included. Patients who had corneal ulcer with endophthalmitis, panophthalmitis and no PL were excluded. Detailed slit lamp examination of corneal ulcer was done, including site size, shape, depth, site of perforation, degree and extent of vascularization, hypopyon and scleral involvement. Patient had started antimicrobial therapy according to the etiology. IV mannitol was administered 1 hour before surgery. TPK was done under PA. All patients were followed up daily for 1 week, every week for 1 month and 2 weeks for next 6 months. Now come to result. 42 eyes of 42 patients were included, out of which 32 out of 42 patients underwent TPK for perforated corneal ulcer. Occupation of patients at the time of presentation were analyzed retrospectively. 16 were agriculturists by occupation, 12 were laborer, 31 were positive of organism, of which 18 showed fungal infection and 13 had bacterial infection. The most common fungus and bacteria isolated were Aspergillus and Streptococcus. Anatomical success rate was obtained in 35 patients and graph clarity was 33.4 patients. Overall 41.7 cases had developed glaucoma and post of visual acuity was improved in 21.4% of cases. This is the indication of TPK showing perforated corneal ulcer in 32 cases, non-healing ulcer in 7 and pending perforation in 3 cases. This is the table showing distribution of cases depends on history of injury, showing trauma with vegetative matter in 12 cases, no significant history in 13, ocular trauma by body in 10 cases. This is the post-operative complications, showing epithelial defect in 15, corneal edema in 10 cases, secondary glaucoma in 17 and cataractus lens in 8 cases. These are the sequelae of TPK, showing pre of photograph, then after TPK and during the follow-up. Now come to discussion. Keratoplasty is the procedure in which diseased host cornea is excised and replaced with healthy donor cornea. The primary aim of TPK is to eliminate infectious disease process and maintain the integrity. Visual rehabilitation is the secondary outcome. There were many studies done. Sukhia and Jain reported 76 to 88% perforated corneal ulcer undergone TPK, which is comparable to our study. Sharma et al. Showed fungal corneal ulcer had higher rate of infection than bacterial. The cure rate of bacterial corneal ulcer is similar to that of our study. In our study, anatomic stability after TPK was 88%, which was similar to that of the Cristol et al. Study. Sharma et al. Study reported that the range of clear graph varied from 69 to 100% in bacterial ulcers and 58 to 84% in fungal corneal ulcers. Now we conclude TPK can be an important procedure to salvage eye and preserve vision in infective corneal ulcer. The incidence of post-operative complications are more in TPK, but bacterial corneal ulcer has better outcome. Early interventions is mandatory to prevent disastrous courses of the disease. These are my references. Thank you.
So you had almost 33% recurrence in your cases. So did you look at, were these bacterial, fungal, what was the etiological agent?
Ma'am, in fungal corneal ulcer, Aspergillus is the most common.
No,
ulcer.
So you had recurrence of infection in 33% of the cases. So the infection recurred. I'm saying in that 33%, what was the split? How many were bacterial to start with and got recurrence? How many were fungal? Did you see that?
Yeah, ma'am, we send it for the culture and showing fungal corneal ulcer, fungal infections are more than the bacterial.
So you have the data on that. Did you look at that?
Yeah, ma'am, I have that.
So you have only 4 cases who had used steroid out of all these cases.
No, sir, in fungal cornea ulcer, we didn't use steroid.
No. You have shown na ki pre-operative data and predisposing factors. So you have shown steroid use. 4 patients only used the steroid.
Sir, 10 to 15 people came from rural area. They are already on steroid therapy. Then they came to us.
I think you have shown only 4 person in your data.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.